How many people thought she had already passed away? Her voice was once one of the brightest golden legends in music history. Fate gave her a heavenly voice, only to let relentless muscle spasms and stiffness attack her body. She is Celine Dion, a girl from a modest family in Charlemagne, Quebec, a legend who conquered the world with her voice, and a woman who refused to surrender to fate, even after losing love, health, and the stage she cherished most. On March 30th, 1968, Celine Dion was born in Charlemagne, Quebec, Canada. She was the youngest of 14 children. Yes, 14. It's hard to imagine today that one of the world's biggest superstars grew up in such an ordinary, financially struggling household. Her father, Edhimer Dion, worked as a butcher, while her mother, Therese Dion, ran a small restaurant. Money was limited, but the family had one thing in abundance: music. Every weekend, the entire family would gather to sing and play instruments. As a little girl, Celine often stood on the table and sang. She couldn't read sheet music yet, but she already knew how to express emotion with remarkable precision. In 1980, when Celine was just 12 years old, she co-wrote the French song Su Anite Chuan Rev with her mother and brother. Her mother recorded the song on cassette and sent it to renowned Quebec music manager René Angelo. After hearing it, René burst into tears. He immediately understood that this was not just a beautiful voice, it was a once-in-a-generation talent. To launch her career, he even mortgaged his home to finance her first album. It would become one of the most legendary talent discovery stories in music history. At 12 years old, Celine had no idea that this man, 26 years older than her, would one day become not only her manager, but the love of her life. In 1981, she released her first single, Su Anite Chuan Rev. The song quickly became a hit, and she became a sensation across the French-speaking world. By age 13, she was one of Canada's most celebrated child stars. Before turning 18, she had already won numerous French-language music awards. In 1988, she represented Switzerland and won the Eurovision Song Contest 1988. She was 20 years old. For the first time, Europe saw that this slender Canadian singer possessed a volcanic voice. Although she was already a superstar in the French-speaking world, Celine wanted more. She knew the true global stage was the English language market. To prepare, she worked tirelessly on her English pronunciation and adapted her vocal style. In 1990, she released her first English-language album, Unison. Its single Where Does My Heart Beat Now reached the top 5 on the Billboard Hot 100. In 1991, she teamed up with Peabo Bryson to record Beauty and the Beast for Disney's Beauty and the Beast. The song won both the Academy Awards for Best Original Song and the Grammy Awards for Best Pop Performance by a Duo or Group. In 1993, she released her version of The Power of Love. The track reached #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. From intimate whispers to soaring high notes, her performance remains a textbook example of combining technical mastery with emotional storytelling. From that moment on, Celine Dion was officially a global superstar. As her career soared, she publicly revealed her relationship with René Angelo. The announcement shocked many people. She was 26, he was 52, divorced, and already had children. The relationship was widely questioned. In 1994, they were married at Notre Dame Basilica of Montreal. The ceremony was broadcast on television and watched by millions. Their love story became one of mutual devotion and extraordinary partnership. In 1997, director James Cameron released Titanic. Celine recorded its theme song, My Heart Will Go On. At first, she didn't even want to record it. But after one demo take, history changed. The song topped charts in dozens of countries and sold millions of copies. It became far more than a movie theme. It became one of the defining cultural symbols of the 1990s. Even today, the opening notes instantly transport listeners back to the love story of Jack and Rose. From the late 1990s into the early 2000s, Celine entered the peak of her career. She was often mentioned alongside Whitney Houston and Mariah Carey as one of pop music's most iconic vocal powerhouses. Her global record sales surpassed 200 million, making her one of the best-selling artists in history. In 2003, she launched her groundbreaking residency at the Coliseum at Caesars Palace, transforming the business model of Las Vegas live entertainment. In 1999, René was diagnosed with throat cancer. At the height of her career, Celine put everything on hold to care for him. To have children, she underwent years of treatment and multiple IVF procedures. In 2001, she gave birth to their eldest son, René Charles. In 2010, twins Nelson and Eddie were born. To Celine, family was always more important than fame. She could captivate the world, but the roles she treasured most were wife and mother. On January 14, 2016, Renee Angel died of cancer at age 73. Just 2 days later, Celine's brother also passed away from cancer. The double loss in such a short period nearly shattered her. At Renee's funeral, she delivered a heartfelt eulogy through tears. In 2022, Celine revealed that she had been diagnosed with stiff person syndrome. This extremely rare neurological condition causes severe muscle rigidity and painful spasms. It can make walking, speaking, and even breathing difficult. For anyone, that diagnosis would be devastating. For a singer whose life is built around her voice, it felt especially cruel. She was forced to cancel multiple tours. In 2024, the documentary I Am, Celine Dion was released. In it, she openly documented the painful reality of living with the disease. There were no filters and no attempts to hide the truth. Just a woman who had once stood at the top of the world, trembling, crying, and still refusing to stop fighting. The film moved audiences around the globe because it revealed a deeper truth. Real courage is not never falling. It is choosing to stand up again after you do. In July 2024, Celine made a triumphant appearance at the 2024 Summer Olympics opening ceremony. Standing beneath the Eiffel Tower, she performed Him All Amour. As her voice filled the night, countless viewers were moved to tears. It was far more than a performance. It was a declaration to the world from someone who had battled illness for years. I am still here. In 2026, Celine shared around her birthday that her condition was steadily improving and that she continued intensive rehabilitation. She did not claim to be fully recovered, but she said she still believes she will keep singing. And somehow, those words were even more powerful than her highest notes.